We are taking you into the news right now with the Fox 45 news feed. It's 11 a.m. Baltimore City leaders are meeting today to discuss the 2024 budget. We take a closer look at the highlights of the budget and what is set aside for schools. Honoring the lives lost, how city school leaders are coming together to remember the young lives cut short in the city. And the mayor lays out his plan for a city curfew. We'll look at how it will be enforced. That's coming up. Fox 45 News Midday starts now.
Live from WBFF in Baltimore, this is Fox 45 News Midday.
Thanks for joining us for Fox 45 News Midday. I'm Patrice Sanders. Just in, we are awaiting a major announcement in the coming hour. The state attorney general will announce the takedown of a prison contraband ring. Right now, we know that 15 people, including one correctional officer, are accused in the smuggling ring. Now, that announcement is set for noon. We will bring you the details on our website, foxbaltimore.com, and on Fox 45 News at 4. Also happening today, Baltimore City leaders could approve a budget, but as Olivia Dance shows us, they'll first need to figure out how to fund the state-mandated spending for education.
The meeting is happening at 2 this afternoon, and a big part of the meeting will focus on approving the budget estimated to be needed for Baltimore City schools. Likely a big discussion when it comes to the school budget will be the Blueprint for Maryland's Future, also known as Kerwin, which is a 10-year spending plan designed to pour billions of dollars into classrooms around the state. Baltimore City's on the hook for $79 million in state-mandated additional spending. The city found out earlier this year after it was only planning to spend $12 million. Mayor Scott says the news was a gut punch, but they are planning to pull the money from the city's surplus last year.
We are going to meet this requirement because it's the right thing to do, and the only way that we're going to grow into being the best Baltimore, and that's investing in our school system.
Now, Mayor Scott has said tapping into the city's reserves isn't sustainable long term. Of course, we'll be monitoring today's meeting to see if any other concerns or possible solutions are brought up. But for now, reporting in the studio, I'm Olivia Dance, Fox 45 News, Midday.
In a city in crisis, local leaders gather to remember some of the city's youngest victims of crime. Today is Baltimore City Public Schools' annual Peace and Remembrance Day. Community members gathering this morning to honor 19 students who have died this year.
And these are not just 19 young lives lost, but these are 19 families who were shattered, and countless numbers of friends, classmates, and teachers left devastated.
Mayor Brendan Scott announces his new summer youth engagement plan, which he calls Be More this summer. The plan includes the enforcement of the city's curfew, which he hopes will help reduce juvenile crime. Now, here are the key points of the plan. The curfew starts tomorrow and applies to anyone under 17 years old. For 15 and 16-year-olds, the curfew starts at 11. For children younger than 14, the curfew is 9 p.m. until 6 a.m. Social workers will lead enforcement, offering to bring young people who are out after curfew to outreach centers until a parent can pick them up. Children will not be forced to go to those centers. There will be 3 static locations staffed throughout the curfew. They're in Fells Point, Federal Hill, and the Inner Harbor. Parents can face a fine of up to $500 if their children repeatedly break curfew. Now, one of the key pieces of enforcement guidelines is that children are not required to go to a Youth Connection Center if they do not want to go.
The end of the day, though, if a young person decides that they are not going to go, I want to remind members of the public and members of this committee that the curfew ordinance does not, young people are not violating criminal code, and so we are not forcing them to go anywhere.
While the new enforcement plan reduces teen interaction with police, it also increases demand on Baltimore police and other city agencies already facing staffing issues. During a city council hearing surrounding the curfew, council members were not shy in sharing their skepticism.
What would not be good is if we did this and a bunch of our own folks quit because it's too much to deal with.
I know it's a start. I want to see it work, but I'm just trying to get to the point where you guys can really dig deeper.
Baltimore's police union is arguing the situations will just turn into standoffs if a curfew violator doesn't want to move. Olivia Dance will have more on this story. Well, we want to hear from you. Do you think the mayor's summer youth engagement plan will work to reduce juvenile crime? So far, 94% of voters say no. Head to foxbaltimore.com/vote to weigh in. 11:05. Here's a look at today's top trending stories. Trending number one, authorities announce an arrest in the 2018 shooting death of former Morgan State University basketball player Tracy Carrington. You'll recall, police say Carrington was a witness to a double murder just before she was killed. The gunmen accused in that case were out on bond at the time that Carrington was gunned down. She was shot several times getting into her car in Overley. Kenneth Davis is now in custody and charged with her shooting. There is no word if Davis was connected to the murders that Carrington witnessed. Trending number two, new developments in the Adnan Syed case. His attorneys are now asking the state Supreme Court to consider its appeal of a lower court ruling that reinstated his murder conviction. The decision comes after an appeals court ruled that Hayman Lee's family had their rights violated during Syed's initial release. After that decision, Syed's attorneys said they were planning to bring this case to the Maryland Supreme Court. Trending number three, Orioles Hall of Famer pitcher Jim Palmer says that he is recovering from melanoma of the eye. That's a form of skin cancer. The 77-year-old Orioles legend made the announcement on Twitter. It was in response to a person who used a derogatory term about those who have disabilities. Palmer has been open about his stepson who lives with autism. In the replies, fans came to Palmer's defense and they wished him well. Download the Fox 45 News app for up-to-the-minute traffic conditions, breaking news and weather anytime. Search WBFF in your app store. Well, it may sound counterintuitive, but a new study finds looking at photos of food might actually curb binge eating. We're going to look at how imagery impacts your appetite. That's coming up. And Target is finding itself the target of violent threats. How the store's Pride line is causing controversy and prompting the store to remove some items from shelves. But first, could it have been prevented? The new investigation looking into last year's baby formula shortage and what caused it.
And we're getting ready for a nice and a little cooler afternoon as temperatures reach the low 70s, keeping us below average. But we'll be back to warmer temperatures and rain over the weekend. I'll let you know what you can expect coming up in my full forecast.
Fox 45 News, winner of 17 2022 Regional Emmy Awards, more than all other Baltimore news stations combined.
We are back with a live look over D.C., where debt talks are continuing. The U.S. has exactly 1 week before it reaches a potential default on its debts. Now, the U.S. reached the debt ceiling in January, and since then, the Treasury Department has taken extraordinary measures to keep afloat financially. But if a deal isn't reached by June 1st, the debt ceiling could go past $31 trillion and cause the U.S. to default. 11:09 now, taking a look at your social stream. The Federal Trade Commission is launching an investigation into last year's baby formula shortage. It's looking into what caused it and what might have prevented regulators from responding to it effectively. The commission says it's also looking into potential price gouging, fraud, and other deceptive practices. Estimates show about 20% of baby formula products were missing from shelves in July following a producer's recall. It was a stressful time. Aaron says, my family was affected by this duopoly. It is a crime. Baby formula manufacturers from outside U.S. are restricted from importing, and American babies suffer. Another one saying, in 2020, we had to deal with nutrient shortages due to supply chain issues. We had to ration what was available so everyone could try to feed their babies. It was very stressful to deal with, especially as a first-time mom. Well, Target is removing several items from this year's Pride collection after receiving threats related to them. In a statement, the retailer says some of its employees are concerned about their safety and well-being. Target says it's been celebrating Pride Month for a decade with T-shirts, mugs, and other merchandise. The retailer says it remains committed to standing with people who identify as LGBTQ+. Reaction, Peggy says, never back down to a bully. Show your pride. And another, this is why a corporatization of pride and LGBTQ+ equality is always unreliable at best. At the end of the day, it's more marketing ploy than real support. And real supporters need to remember that. They support us up until the point that it might hurt their bottom line. Well, the world is remembering music icon Tina Turner. Her legendary career spanned 6 decades, including the hits Proud Mary, What's Love Got to Do with It, so many more. The Queen of Rock and Roll won 8 Grammy Awards and a Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award. She's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as both a solo artist and with the Icon Tina Turner duo. Tina Turner was 83 years old. A lot of people are remembering her. One person saying, I'm saddened to hear the passing of this legendary singer that taught us no matter what age, you may succeed. Thank you for sharing your gift to the world. And another, an absolute icon whose name rarely comes up when discussing the all-time greats. Well, still ahead, one of TV's most iconic homes is hitting the market. We're going to take you inside the famous Brady Bunch home and show you the price tag. Thousands of Marylanders are hitting the roads for Memorial Day weekend. What officials are doing to keep the roadways and highway workers safe this summer. And coming up later today at noon, it's Karamo. Then at 1, it's Sherry, followed by Hot Bench at 2. 11:12 now on Fox 45 News Midday. It is 11:14 and we're looking live over the Inner Harbor. We could see crowds this weekend as people come for the unofficial start of summer. Everybody wants to be outside for that. The holiday weekend projected to be a busy one. Now, AAA says the summer travel season will kick off with an estimated 853,000 Marylanders taking a road trip. Now, with more drivers on the road, that of course also means more dangers for construction crews. Shannon Lilly shows us the new initiative from state leaders to keep our roadways and highway workers safe this summer.
Yeah, year-round, and especially as we move into the busy summer months, our construction workers often have a dangerous job working on busy roadways, highways, and interstates. And that risk was certainly made evident on March 22nd when a car driving on Interstate 695 lost control, crashed into a construction site, killing 6 Marylanders. Well, now state leaders are moving forward with a plan to address safety issues in construction zones. So you'll remember last month, Governor Wes Moore announced the creation of the Work Zone Safety Group, being chaired by Lieutenant Governor Aruna Miller. Well, at a press conference yesterday, Lieutenant Governor Miller announced that group will convene for its first meeting on June 1st. It's going to be made up of industry leaders, safety experts, and members of the road construction industry. Now, the Lieutenant Governor herself spent some 25 years working as a transportation engineer, and that means she joined a lot of these crews on construction sites. But she says since this March 22nd crash, there have been an additional 145 crashes at work sites on Maryland state roads.
This is why Governor Moore and I are acting with a great sense of urgency. The Work Zone Safety Group will identify ways to improve driver awareness around work zones, prioritize work zone safety training, strengthen our laws to address aggressive, distracted, and intoxicated motorists.
Now, Miller says the group will meet as many times as is necessary. But in the meantime, drivers, you need to do your part. Remember to slow down in construction zones and obey the move over law. And yes, that move over law applies to any vehicle that is on the side of the road stopped with its hazards on. You need to move over a lane. Reporting in downtown Baltimore, I'm Shannon Lilly, Fox 45 News.
Mayor Scott outlines plans to enforce a youth curfew this summer. Coming up later today at 4, we question leaders on how your tax money is being spent. A 14-year-old Prince George's County girl charged with allegedly hiring 3 other teens to murder a student on a bus. At 5, how federal investigators are joining the case. And the fight over a debt ceiling could soon lead to America's credit rating being downgraded. New at 6, what it means for the nation and for the average American. You can get Fox 45 News in a flash to your Amazon Alexa or Echo. We now deliver your local headlines and forecasts in less than 2 minutes. If you have an Amazon device, tell it to enable Fox 45 Baltimore. 11:17 and now to today's talking point. One of TV's most iconic homes, the Brady Bunch house, is up for sale. Now, if you watched the show growing up, you are sure to recognize the inside, but it didn't always look like this. You see, the only part of the house that was used for the show was actually the exterior. The inside shots were all on a soundstage. But after a $2 million renovation, the inside now does match what you saw on television. The North Hollywood home is listed for $5.5 million. Mark Clark with Be More Live. Whoa, my style is here. Now, look. Oh, look at this.
How did they do this, Patricia?
We've got our whole Brady Bunch, the whole crew.
Here's a story
of a man named Brady. That's right. Very good. So, did you watch?
Of course, Patrice. I was going to ask you, who's your favorite character? Go.
Marsha.
Marsha.
Just remember that episode.
Yes. You know what? That is so funny. That's all I can remember. Because I can say, when I say favorite.
What's the house, Jean? What's her name?
Oh, Lord, no.
No, it's not Alice.
So Sam was Alice.
Was it Alice?
Alice and Sam. Sam was her boyfriend, the butcher, right?
Yeah, Mark, could be.
I think, you know what? I like Peter for some reason. I don't know why.
You like Peter Brady?
Peter Brady, and then, of course...
then there was Carol, the mom.
The mom and dad were cool.
All right, so are you paying $5 million, though, to move into that house?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm holding close to my money. I'm not going to buy the Brady house.
No, yeah.
But it still looks cool, though.
I'll just watch the reruns.
It does bring back... It does make me feel warm inside, if I'm honest.
Well, what makes me feel warm inside is seeing everybody. This is pretty awesome.
Oh, hey! What's going on? I see you over there, Tom.
Hi.
Okay.
All right. Hi.
That's funny.
Let's get over to meteorologist Oh, I see. I'm confused about Jasmine Lomax.
Yeah, I am here. We've got great weather in store for us this afternoon. And really, for the first part of the weekend, it looks great. But it's the second part of the weekend when you have to keep an eye out for showers that could have impacts on some of your Memorial Day plans. Today, though, it looks great, just a little bit cooler than yesterday, and you will notice that change in temperatures. Currently, we sit at 63 with plenty of sunshine. We've got winds out of the east-northeast light right now. Across the rest of the state, temperatures 50s and the 60s. Not too bad. As you step outside, it looks great for a walk or run, or maybe taking the dogs out. As we head into the afternoon, though, temperatures only reaching the low 70s. That's below average for this time of year. As we take a look on the HD radar, notice we do have a low pressure system around Florida. That's going to be our next weather maker moving up the coast and toward the Carolinas. As that happens, our rain chances will increase this weekend, and it's that system that could impact some of your plans. So notice on the future scan, it looks great this afternoon with plenty of sunshine. Then overnight, nice and quiet. We'll wake up to plenty of sunshine for your Friday morning, and even into the afternoon, great weather, a nice day to spend some time outside. Great start to the weekend. It also looks pretty good on Saturday. That system holds off and stays to the south, but that changes on Sunday. By the afternoon, we're talking the chance for scattered showers. These will continue off and on into the evening and possibly overnight. On Monday, we're looking at another chance for a few showers and possibly a little later in the day on Tuesday. So expect an unsettled pattern over the next several days. 72 for the high temperature this afternoon with plenty of sunshine. If you're planning on going to Ocean City over the weekend, temperatures will be much cooler in the 60s, rising to the upper 60s by Memorial Day. But on Sunday and again on Monday, we have the chance for scattered showers there as well. So as we move forward, we are looking at temperatures 72 today, 74 tomorrow, mid-70s on Saturday, low 70s on Sunday, 80 degrees on Monday, so very warm for Memorial Day. After that, temperatures in the 80s and possibly the 90s. Back to you.
All right, well, still ahead, some restaurant menus are getting a makeover, and it is to remove a new type of technology while they're going back to old school paper. That's coming up. But first, Facebook is fighting that massive billion-dollar fine from the EU. The latest legal battle that is playing out in court over user privacy. That's coming up. And a big night of TV at 8. It's Gordon Ramsay's Food Stars. Then at 9, it's back-to-back episodes of Animal Control. Then stick around for Fox 45 News at 10 and the late edition at 11. 11:22 now on Fox 45 News Midday. 11:25. Don't miss this. More cuts in the tech industry. Facebook's parent company Meta is starting its latest round of layoffs. The job cuts were announced back in March and involved 10,000 positions. That is on top of more than 11,000 jobs they cut last fall. Now, the cuts have hit mostly non-engineering roles. Speaking of Facebook, a major setback for the company in court. Europe's second highest court is rejecting the tech giant's challenge against EU antitrust regulators. Earlier this week, Meta was fined $1.3 billion after regulators said it failed to protect the personal information of European users. Broadway is back. Theaters are now selling tickets at pre-pandemic levels. This is the first full season Broadway has been open since theaters were shut down in 2020. The Broadway League says nearly 12.3 million people attended performances in the most recent season, bringing in about $1.6 billion. The season included 40 new productions and 35 continuing productions. Well, it's time now for your lunch break. Have you noticed changes to the menus at your favorite restaurants? Well, it turns out more and more restaurants are ditching those QR codes. Paper menus were replaced by the QR codes to protect diners during the pandemic. But now the dining innovation that was once thought to be the future has worn out its welcome. Many say it takes the joy out of in-person dining. I like the paper menus, too. That's all we have for Fox 45 News Midday. Be More Lifestyle up next. Mark Clark back to tell us what they're working on.
I'm used to you, Patrice, old school paper menus.
Yeah.
Well, he's got 12 kids, but does he have a favorite? We'll talk about Masked Singer host and dad Nick Cannon, talking about how he co-parents with all these kids and all these moms and all these bank accounts. All that's coming up on Be More Lifestyle.
You're watching Fox 45 in Baltimore. Now live from TV Hill, this is Be More Lifestyle.
Hey, what's up, Baltimore? I'm Mark Clark, and this is B1 Lifestyle live from Studio A at Fox Baltimore. Lady T is here, along with radio host Jeff St. Pierre and meteorologist Jasmine Lomax. Good morning, everybody.
What's up, fam?
Right now, okay? Mass singer, host, and dad to 12, Nick Cannon, is talking about how he co-parents so many kids, and his comments have some questioning if he has favorites. On a recent podcast, a 42-year-old said all of his kids, he spends most of the time with his 8-month-old Onyx, who he shares with Lanisha Cole. While he didn't explicitly call her his favorite, he admitted he spends the most time with her. So people are saying, oh, you know, he's spending all that time. Jazz, what do you think? Is Onyx his favorite?
Absolutely. Yeah. You know, you spend time with who you love the most.
Wow.
But I still can't get over dad of 12. Like, that's
wild. 12. That's quite a time.
That's more than a football team.
Lady T, I mean, can you love all of them 12 kids? Can you not have a favorite?
Dividing your love like that must be difficult. Like, it's like dividing up a cake. But honestly, I couldn't do it. But honestly, if he has a favorite, every parent has favorites. Mark, I know you have a favorite child.
I do not have a favorite.
Yes, you do. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Mark has a favorite child. I know he knows, but he's not going to say who it is. But I know. My parents have favorites, too. Like, I know my sister was the favorite.
You keep saying that. Quit saying that.
Oh, why?
Because I think you might be
my mom, I used to get mad when I said it, but no, I know I wasn't the favorite. But it's okay. I know I'm somebody's favorite. My auntie's favorite. Shout out to Auntie. Auntie, I know I'm your favorite, boo. Hey.
And the therapy session started at 7.
Oh,
I want you to tell it.
Wait, Jeff St. Pierre, what's going on?
Oh, yeah, Jeff, I'm sorry.
I kind of find it hard to call it co-parenting at this point when you've got 12. How are you co-parenting 12 different kids? At some point, there's only one parent there. Yeah, like coaching. That's a good way to put it.
He's coaching. That's what he's doing, right?
So I don't know. So we want you to tell it. Is it okay for parents to have a favorite kid? Vote on our website, foxbaltimore.com/vote. And, of course, when you get to the website, make sure you click on the Lifestyle tab. You can also vote on our FOX45 News app. And at the end of the show, we'll see what everybody thinks. Now, new parents are asking for advice, saying they don't like the name they picked for their daughter and want to change it, but they've already changed it once. The couple says before their daughter was born, they decided on the name Luisa. But once she arrived, they decided Lucia was a better fit. However, mom says she now is wishing she named the baby after her mother and says that's all she can think about. Jeff, this sounds like a confusing couple already. Poor child. What do you think about this couple? I mean...
Yeah, this kid's in trouble for the rest of her life. I do think they should just do whatever they want, right? Like, so I'm going to get deep on you for a quick second. Somebody once told me, if we only knew how little other people cared about what we do, we'd be in much better positions. No one cares. Change your kid's name. It's fine. Just do it.
Jeff dropping them jewels. Jeff here dropping jewels philosophy.
I don't know. I
just call the child Lulu.
The mom sounds indecisive. I feel like they should just pick a name and stick to it. She sounds like she has really bad anxiety too. Because why you want to make all these changes? Just keep the name the same, and just come up with a nickname, boo, or make it a middle name. Make it a middle name.
It could be, but I mean, if it's giving you that much stress and anxiety, and it's been for 3 months,
you
don't want that stress and anxiety for the rest of your life.
This kid is about to be nameless. This kid, he who has no name, she who has no name.
They want therapy now. A new study suggests looking at pictures of food might curb binge eating. A study in Denmark found those who looked at pictures of food on a loop were less likely to want to eat the food than those who were just shown 3 photos of the food. Researchers say looking at the same image over and over decreases interest in it. That's because a person's appetite and cognitive perception are closely linked.
What?
I think it depends on the food you're looking at. If you show me some brisket, delicious brisket over and over again, I think I'm going to want brisket.
Yeah, obviously.
Lady T, what do you think?
I think these experts are idiots,
It's
and
Denmark,
I really...
though.
Because you can show me, what is my favorite food? You can show me bread pudding over and over again, and guess what? I'm going to get that bread pudding. Okay, it's not going to make me want it less, all right? I'm still going to want it.
Jasmine doesn't eat anything, so Jasmine, what about you? What about you?
I'm such a foodie
Really?
that one of my friends used to always laugh at me because I would look at like restaurant menus for fun and figure out where I wanted to eat.
But that's how we're supposed to do. You're supposed to look at the menu before you go there anyway. I love that.
One thing I learned about myself when I did a juice fast was I'm a trigger eater. I actually am triggered. I can be minding my business, but be like,
But you're not minding your business if you're looking at it. You're not minding your business, Doc.
That's true. That's true.
It's intentional, okay?
All right, well,
no, but yeah, those experts don't know what they talk about.
Ladies, you'll be back in the show. Jeff, take care, my friend.
Bye, Jeff.
Always a pleasure. Thank you.
Appreciate that. Still ahead, the next visit to a restaurant could be met with technology. Coming up, a closer look at how the restaurant industry is evolving. But first, Monday is the unofficial start to summer. That means a lot of us will be spending more time outside. It will show you a new tool that can protect your phone should it fall into the pool this summer. Oh, it's not rice? There's another one? Okay, we'll find out coming up next.
You're watching Be More Lifestyle.
Are you getting up for a big weekend on the water at a pool? Well, don't let a rogue splash ruin your phone. Stacey Bell's here to share a deal on a way to keep your electronics safe and dry.
The following segment is sponsored by Naki.
I found this neat little dry pack that I think you're really going to like. This is Yugo Wear. There's so many uses. You could take this if you're going to the beach, if you're going to the pool, if you're going to a splash pad with the kids. I'm going to show you how this works. It's waterproof, so you unzip it, and I'm going to add my phone. It's got all my pictures, pretty much my life. You can also add a wallet, and then I'm going to add my keys, okay? You zip it, and when you zip it, you know, it's securely into place. Nothing is coming in and out. All right, this is my phone. It's got my life on it. So here you go. It's in the water. We're going to splash it. I'm holding it down, but if I let it go, it floats. So you could take it into the water. It's not going to sink. It's going to float. All right, I want to show you this too. Look right there. You can still use the camera in this mode. And there you go. You can take pictures under the water, in the water. Your phone is safe. All right, so let's unzip it. You got to put some muscle into unzipping it because it fastens securely into place. And everything is safe in here. The other thing I like about this, you could even take this to games because it's the appropriate size for the stadium. You could use this if you're biking. We're offering right now 30% off Yugo Wear. There's so much you can do with this, not just the water if you're a commuter. So take advantage of the 30% off Yugo Wear. Head to asadeals.com for the exclusive offer.
This Be More Lifestyle segment is sponsored by Winsight LLC.
It's time to indulge your senses with the latest and greatest culinary creations. Restaurant industry experts Christine Johnson and Caitlin Rogers join us from Chicago at the National Restaurant Association show to tell us all about the latest in dining innovations. So, Caitlin, what are you seeing at this year's National Restaurant Association show?
Well, we welcomed over 50,000 food service professionals this weekend. We've explored over 2,100 exhibitors that are covering over 11 football fields of space, and they represent over 900 different product categories. So definitely there's a lot to see and do here at the show.
So, Christine, what are some of the top food and beverage trends that are currently shaping the culinary world?
Plant-based foods. There's so many plant-based foods at the show this year. Plant-based is not a new trend, but it has really taken the show by storm. We're seeing new flavors, new product categories. Seafood in particular, we have 2 award-winning products. One is a tuna fillet from Current Foods and a shrimp from New Wave Foods, and they are both so delicious. We're also seeing a lot of global influences. African flavors, Asian flavors, exotic ingredients, bold spices. This gochujang Korean chili paste is a great example of that. It's savory, spicy, so versatile. And then we're also seeing a lot of classic retro dishes making a comeback and nostalgic products. Like here I have Olapop, which has a delicious retro vintage soda taste and this retro vibe going on. And it also has probiotics. So it's healthy, it's tasty, it's good for you, good for the planet, all those things that today's consumer really cares about.
How's the industry addressing the increased expectations of consumers?
Today's consumer is really passionate about sustainability, especially younger generations, and the restaurant industry is really responding to that. We're seeing more and more of those plant-based foods, like I mentioned, and also increased excitement around brands like Milkademia. They're one of those brands that really leans into sustainability, and today's consumer also really wants a memorable experience. Like over here, I have from Dirty Cookie, a cookie shot glass, and these are being served on the show floor today. They're putting milk in there, iced coffee, even cocktails.
How is technology taking our dining experiences to the next level?
Well, from AI to robotics, we're seeing a lot of technology. Restaurants are embracing technology to help streamline operations as well as to delight their customers. There's one that's called Bear Robotics. They use this beacon to help navigate their hospitality robot to your table to deliver your food as well as bus it. And speaking of drinks, we have a greatest new thing here on the show floor, the first ever interactive AI bartender called Cecilia AI. Our attendees have been delighted to see her in action.
Well, tell her I said hi, guys. Where can we go for more information?
You can go to our official website, thenationalrestaurantshow.com.
Great. Thanks for this great information. Okay, have a good one.
Thank you.
Still ahead, Taylor Swift makes a surprise announcement saying she's dropping new songs and losing a legend. Lady T will show us how music icon Tina Turner is being remembered. And it's time to spill the tea this Thursday. Lady T joins us right now.
Hey, okay, fellow tea sippers, listen up. Now, we've lost another legend, y'all. The queen of rock and roll, Tina Turner, has died. She was 83 years old. Officials say she died at her home near Switzerland. She died after dealing with an illness for a long time. No word on what that illness was, though. That's the only tea I don't have. Now, celebrities and even the White House paid tribute to Tina Turner. Angela Bassett, Lizzo, Oprah, Beyonce, all sending out condolences and posting about how the beloved singer changed the world. Now, her story was told in that movie, What's Love Got to Do with It? Tina Turner was even my mom's favorite singer. My mom loved Tina Turner. So this one it really hits close to home, Mark. Well, Mark, what's your favorite memory of Tina? What's your favorite song of Tina Turner?
I saw Tina Turner at the University of Illinois with my cousin Steve.
You saw her live?
Saw her live, and
I heard she's amazing live.
Scaffolding thing all over the crowd.
Yes!
Simply the best. Yes. Simply the best.
That was her thing that she did. She'd be on a scaffold. She's leaning over.
Yes.
And heels. That woman can move in heels.
Amazing concert.
Oh my gosh, she is so fantastic. Love you, Tina. Yes, rest in honor, queen. All right, up next, you guys, we have some great news for the Swifties. Okay, so Taylor Swift is releasing new music, y'all. Yep, so Tay-Tay announced Midnight's Till Dawn Edition, a deluxe version of her latest album, featuring a remix to the song Karma with guess who, y'all? Rapper Ice Spice. Okay, she in her mood. She in her mood. Hey. So, okay, the set will also include a new extended version of Snow on the Beach with vocals from Lana Del Rey. You're also going to get a whole new track, y'all. It's called You're Losing Me. The album drops Friday at midnight, of course, just like the title of the album. And I'm sure it's going to sell out swiftly. You get it? Because it's Swift, you know. Okay. Anyway, I wish each album kind of came with some Era Tour tickets. I feel like that's really what the fans would want, Mark. Obviously, that's what we want. But, you know, it'd be too expensive at that point. But this is great news. I can't believe this, Mark.
She's always reinventing herself. I got to give her props.
I was like, you just hit us with some stuff. We are so blessed. Thank you as a fellow Swiftie. Thank you, Taylor, for the surprise, okay? All right, up next, you guys, because the tea keeps pouring. Let's talk Tom Hanks. All right, so the actor was caught in a bit of an awkward situation. All right, so he went viral after photos surfaced of him scolding a staffer. So he and his wife attended the Cannes Film Festival on Tuesday. That's allegedly where the incident happened. Now, it looked like a heated moment between them. It was like three of them there. Tom Hanks' wife, Rita Wilson, responded to the reports, though. She said it's giving more of a, I can't hear you, or what did you say? So Rita said, nice try, though. She feels like everything's being kind of spinned out of control about it. I need to hear from the staffer, though. I need to hear if the staffer felt like he was being yelled at. I need to know from the source, because the photo looks like all three of them were confused, and I feel like they all couldn't hear each other. So they were like yelling, you know, as you get, you know, older. I can barely hear. So I know it was loud there at the Cannes Film Festival. So I'm feeling like it was like an I can't hear situation. I kind of agree with her. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you got to yell at people as you get older and you can't hear them. You can't hear. So it's like a lot of confusion when you get older.
Yeah, I can see him yelling, you know.
I said, where are my keys? Where are my keys?
Yeah. Or he was saying, Wilson! Or run, Forrest, run. We should have been told the staffer to run. That's apparently what we should have been doing. But yeah, confusing situation. But I have more tea on all those things. Thank you guys so much. That's it for the tea for today. Now, y'all know what to do at home. Hopefully, y'all feeling this hot pink I'm rocking. Okay.
Nice.
Now go sip on all that tea.
Right. Okay. Love it. Okay. Memorial Day is Monday. Here with a closer look at your holiday forecast. Meteorologist Jasmine Lomax, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks, Mark. We are heading to Ocean City, and it looks pretty nice there right now. A little bit cooler, but overall, very nice for a day at the beach. And the next few days look great for being at Ocean City. But as we get closer to the Memorial Day holiday, that's going to change as we get ready for the next weather maker, not just impacting Ocean City, but also impacting us here, leading to rain and possibly changes to your plans. For the next few days, though, you've got great weather to go outside and enjoy it. Temperatures right now at 63 with sunshine over Towson. We've got numbers mainly in the 50s and the 60s across the state with plenty of sunshine. As we head into the afternoon, our numbers reach the low 70s. That means that we'll stay a few degrees below average and noticeably cooler than yesterday, but we'll be on a warming trend as we head into the weekend and next week. We're keeping watch on this low-pressure system over Florida. That will be our next weather maker moving toward the Carolinas and then inland. That's going to lead to our next chance for rain. So this afternoon, not much to worry about. We'll have plenty of sunshine. It looks great tomorrow, too. We start with sunshine, and then in the afternoon, temperatures reach the mid-70s with sunny skies again. We'll wake up to nice and dry weather on Saturday, and it stays pretty quiet, but that changes on Sunday. As we head into the afternoon, scattered showers begin to move north as that low pressure system approaches our area. We'll have off and on showers through the evening and then into Monday. So be prepared for another day when you may want the umbrellas. Again, if you have plans to be outside, we're not expecting a washout, but off and on showers. Temperatures reach 72 this afternoon with plenty of sunshine. If you're heading to the beach this weekend, 63 on Saturday. That'll be the nicest day. We've got the chance for showers on Sunday and again on Memorial Day, but it will be a little bit warmer by the end of the extended weekend. Temperatures around 68. 72 here today, 74 tomorrow, mid-70s on Saturday, low 70s on Sunday. Then for Memorial Day and the rest of the week, temperatures will be in the 80s and 90s. Back to you.
This Be More Lifestyle segment is sponsored by Rubbermaid, Ryobi, Ecto Chair, and Capit.
Summer is around the corner. Memorial Day is this weekend, and our friend, 20-year home improvement and lifestyle expert, Catherine Emery, has been busy testing the hottest outdoor home products. She's here to share 4 of her favorites. Catherine, how's it going?
Mark, hey, happy Memorial Weekend almost.
Awesome. So what's your first must-have for summer?
All right, my friend, let's get that yard organized. I want you to invest in a shed that's big enough to store all the stuff you have. So Rubbermaid has this awesome 10.5 by 7-foot shed. You can find it at HomeDepot.com. So you want to invest in a durable shed, right? From a brand you trust, Rubbermaid. Hello. The reinforced wall panels that you see there, Mark, can hold up to 75 pounds, and there's multiple shed accessories to personalize it just for your family. Shovels, tools, garden hose, sporting equipment, you name it. As you can see, you can store those big items in there. Take back your garage as well. You can easily assemble it with tools you have at home with 2 people, easy to clean, weather resistant for those Baltimore winters. Are you going to fill it now, right?
I need it. I feel you. I need
right?
that.
You need it.
I need
but this is like no other, Mark, because you are going to be the best neighbor on the block. So this is the Ryobi brand new 40-volt Whisper series.
Ah.
So this innovative, quieter technology, number one, has 85 different tools that all use and share that one battery. You're going to get the power and performance of gas without the hassle, fumes, or maintenance. That mower right there, self-propelled, more power than gas, 70 minutes of runtime, 85% quieter. The blower jet fan design here gets up to 190 miles per hour, only 58 decibels. So go on into Home Depot and check out all of these amazing products. I love this Whisper series. You're the best neighbor on the block. Talking about keeping the lawn green, my friend. Do you have a broken sprinkler head? I have a way you can fix it right from the top. This is the Capit Riser Sprinkler Extension. So no more digging, no more getting that huge muddy hole, breaking pipes, wires, internet lines. You're going to elevate, not excavate. So you're going to simply expose the top of that sprinkler head, unscrew the nozzle, add the stem extender, snap on the top, voila, you're good to go. You're fixing it from the top in minutes. You can find that at Home Depot and KitProducts.com. Mark, we've been busy. Time to chill out, literally. So this is the brand new Ecto Chair. It can drop the temperature down to 45 degrees. 54 feet of micro cooling lines are in this chair. One charge is going to last you 9 hours. You're going to the beach, you're going camping, you're going to a sporting event, you're bringing that cooler already. You just drop that thermal cooling line into that cooler. The quiet micro pump is cooling the chair. So go to ectolifestyle.com to sign up right now, 34% off. They also have the topper that you can just put on an existing chair on the ground. Are you just loving all this stuff, my friend, for Memorial Weekend?
It looks amazing. Where can we go for more information?
Everybody should go to BeTheBestHome.com to learn about all this great stuff and more great home tips.
Catherine, thanks so much, all right?
All right, you're the best. Happy Memorial Weekend, my friend.
You too. He's got 12 kids, but does he have a favorite? We'll chat about what Masked Singer host and dad to 12 Nick Cannon is saying about how he co-parents with so many kids with so many different women. Masked Singer, host, and dad to 12, Nick Cannon, is talking about how he co-parents so many of his kids, and his comments have some questioning if he has favorites. On a recent podcast, the 42-year-old said all of his kids, he loves all of them, but he spends time most with his 8-month-old, Onyx, who he shares with Alicia Cole. While he didn't explicitly call her his favorite, he admitted he spends the most time with her. And we wanted you to tell it, is it okay for parents to have a favorite kid? So far, 36% of voters say they don't even have kids. Okay. All right, thanks for inviting us into your home. Make sure you follow Be More Lifestyle on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and we'll see you tomorrow.